I want to send a message directly to the foreign nationals who were not selected in this year's lottery, because while it was an unprecedented lottery from the last decade with a 50% selection rate, which has now been confirmed by law firms across the country, and USCIS has put out data, there are so many individuals who are now navigating unprecedented waters for themselves, and they are figuring out what to do in this moment when they've not been selected and OPT may be expiring, J1s may be expiring, CPT may be expiring. And I want to send a message that there are pathways available and open. There are unbelievably creative attorneys out there, and I'm happy to send any of you to any of them. I have attorneys we work with across the country who I would love to refer you to. But I want to highlight one specific solution because I think it's completely underrated in the ecosystem. And I personally have dedicated so much time to it. So I want people to understand the pathway better. There are 4 types of organizations in the United States that are cap exempt. They are exempt from the lottery system completely, and individuals who are foreign could get a full-time job at any of these 4 types of institutions and get sponsored for an H-1B at any time of year. And those types of organizations are universities and colleges, government research institutions, nonprofit research institutions, and nonprofits affiliated with colleges and universities. So if you work full time for one of these organizations, you can get sponsored for an H-1B at any time of the year. But there's also a pathway to be concurrently sponsored with part-time work at one of these universities or government research institutions. So you could work just 5 to 8 hours a week for one of these 4 types of cap exempt entities, and then any US company can file a full-time visa for you. That means that Tesla or your startup company or a software company could file a full-time visa without the lottery if you are already working in cap exempt status for one of these 4 types of institutions. So if you could get a part-time teaching assistant role at a college or a university that you went to and have them sponsor you for a part-time cap exempt H-1B, you could work full-time for another company that could file an H-1B for you as well after you get approved at the cap exempt entity. But it's pretty hard to find these part-time positions that are willing to sponsor you for a cap exempt H-1B. We know this because my co-founder, Jeff Goldman, has structured this many, many times over the last 30 years of his career. And finally, we came together and said, let's try to create a really awesome program that contributes to colleges and universities out of a nonprofit. We'll qualify as cap exempt, and we can create these part-time opportunities for people to work 5 hours a week for a cap exempt entity and go work full-time for other companies. And so that is our Build Fellowship program. We offer these part-time employment opportunities. It's an awesome pathway for people to consider if they are trying to navigate next steps after the lottery. If you have an expiring J1, expiring OPT, expiring CPT, come talk to us and we can chat about this option. And we have awesome attorneys who can talk to you about O1s, E2s. Let us know, and I would love to be helpful here. So please reach out and stay in touch.